Hi guys, how you doing? It is Victoria Player here of victoriaplayer.com and welcome to tonight's live stream. As we speak, I am live streaming via Facebook, but I'm also about to live stream via Periscope as well. So give me 2 secs and let me get going with that and get it moving. You are now live. Okay. Just flip the camera around there. Okay, so there we are. I am also live via Periscope as well. If you see my eyes going in 2 different directions, it's because I'm on Facebook Live just here and on Periscope just down here. So hello everyone. I am Victoria Player of victoriaplayer.com, helping women entrepreneurs to combine their passion and purpose, confidently step into their spotlight and create a unique, rewarding and thriving business, doing what they love. And tonight I am sharing the very first live stream in my series called How to Uplevel Your Business and Uplevel Your Life. And it is quite late here in the UK, but I was absolutely determined that another day wouldn't go past without me reaching out to you guys. So I'm here even if it is late. So I promise that I will keep this stream short and to the point. I'm only going to share with you 5 points with you tonight. So whilst I'm waiting for you all to join, I see we're just getting some people joining us on Facebook, and we've got a couple on Periscope as well. Hi Periscope people, nice to see you. Whilst you're all getting on, I'm just going to quickly share this stream out. 2 seconds. And then we'll get into the proper content, because I know you're all busy and doing other things, so I shan't waste your time. So 2 secs, let's get this out. Share. Right. Let's get that, cut and paste that piece to make it super fast. Come on. Okay. And then we will get going. Right, share this in a group. So sharing it over to my Inspired to Greatness group. By the way, all of you watching, if you'd like to see other streams like this, come and join me at my Facebook group, my Inspired to Greatness Facebook group. If you just type Inspired to Greatness into the search box, you can come and join us over there. So that's going over now. Good, that's often the right one. And I will quickly share this somewhere else as well. Share to a page. And then I'll be with you guys. Talk about multitasking online all at once. Here we go, share it there. Job done. Is it going? So much technology going on at once. All right, so that's that done and dusted. So let's get into tonight's topic, which is how to up-level your business and up-level your life. I'm going to keep it short and to the point at the moment, and then I will take your questions if you have any at the end as well. And also, if you are listening to the replay of this, then feel free to share your comments or questions below, and I'll happily answer them later on or answer them in one of the upcoming live streams. So one of the reasons why I'm hosting this tonight obviously is to share some valuable content with you guys, but also it's a little sneaky peek to give you a little taster of an upcoming virtual workshop I'll be hosting on the 17th of April. And this will be centered around the topic of designing, pricing, marketing and delivering VIP days and lucrative one-day coaching intensives. So if that sounds like your bag, then please do stick around till the end. I'll be sharing a little bit more about that then. All right, so let's get into tonight's topic, which is, as I said, how to up-level your biz and up-level your life. Now, one of the reasons why I've chosen this topic tonight is because I meet so many women who have set up their business and they are really not in a position where they are having it be profitable for them. They're still struggling, they're still stuck in just getting by mode. They're really not generating the income that they want. And so I wanted to share some tips with you tonight to really up-level your thinking, because that's where it starts. It's not just about the how-to, it's as much about how you're approaching your everyday tasks in your business. So one of the first points I wanted to share with you is to give yourself permission to really go for what you want. You know, so many of the women I meet are waiting for something to happen before they actually make the decision to put themselves in the game. And I'm not pointing fingers here, because I was very much like that myself. I remember I'd been in business for a number of years, and you know, I'd been doing okay. Everything was ticking along nicely. But I was working a lot of hours. I was juggling 1,000,001 things. I was really working hard and still not generating really great income. Also, there was this, what I call feast and famine, where you have a sort of glut of clients one minute and not many the next. And I'm sure many of you can relate to that. And it wasn't until my son came along, I one day found myself pregnant and alone and realized, oh my goodness, I cannot, you know, there's no way that I can bring a child into the world on my own with no support whatsoever and be able to work at the rate that I was. And I'm sure there's a lot of you women out there listening to this now who are in the exact same position, because, you know, one of the reasons why we set up a business in the first place is to have it support our lifestyle choices, whether that is, you know, working around a young family, whether that's working in a flexible way, whether that's actually creating your own financial independence, whether it's actually, you know, the first step towards you transitioning out of a job you really don't like and doing more of the things that you love, you know, your passion, making a business out of your passion. Or, you know, it is often about making the money so you can have those lifestyle choices, whether, you know, that's a new house, a new car, travel, you know, whatever that means for you. Everybody has a different definition of what success is. And so what I find is, you know, a lot of women are waiting to get that permission, and that was definitely my case. And I was sort of going through the motions. Nothing was really happening. I was working hard and thinking, when will I break through in my business? What needs to happen? Like, what's missing? What is it I don't know? And when my son came along, it was actually a blessing in disguise. It was sort of a baptism by fire, because it made me have to get over my shit. It made me have to, you know, stop making it about me. It was suddenly about a tiny infant, and I had to change my situation to fit my new circumstances. And that's when things changed. I gave myself permission to put myself in the game, to actually really go for it, get over my crap, get over the fear, get over the hiding out, get over the, you know, the fear of visibility that we all have, and really go for it. That's when things really changed for me, because they had to, because I had no choice, because nobody was going to rescue me. It was me or nobody. And, you know, I had to give myself permission to put myself in the game. And I speak to so many women who feel that they need to go through some sort of rite of passage in their business before they are eligible to, you know, show up as the successful woman that they want to be. And it's just rubbish, because if you are waiting for somebody to give you permission, you are going to be waiting for a very long time. Nobody is going to come and do that for you. It is your business. You know, you are the mistress of your own destiny. You know, you're not in a job anymore. You don't have a boss who's going to say, yes, you can now be promoted, or you are now eligible for a pay rise. It just doesn't work like that. You're the boss, you're the decision maker, you're the person that's going to give yourself permission to go for it. You're the one who's going to say, yes, I deserve to make this much in my business. Yes, I deserve to, you know, elevate myself through the ranks quickly. You know, running your own business is not like a job. In that you don't have to ladder climb. In a job, you have to start at the bottom and work your way up by proving yourself. In business, you make the decisions. You're the one who decides, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go from here to here in a short space of time. And yes, it's true, you have to be able to come with the goods. You have to be good at what you do, and you have to be able to deliver. But, you know, if you don't do it, nobody is going to do it for you. And it is time that women stop waiting. You know, you don't see guys doing this. Guys are brought up to go for it. Women, you know, culturally, we are not brought up to do that. And so I'd really love to sort of bust that myth that we have to keep ourselves small and waiting, and, you know, this sort of imposter syndrome about, you know, am I good enough, and who am I to do this, and who am I to be visible, and what if someone doesn't like me? And the truth is, you know, a lot of people may not like you, but that's fine. Because there's millions of people out there that you can serve, that you can work with, that will love what you do, that resonate with you and the type of person you are. So, you know, I'm not going to lie. You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but it really doesn't matter, because for as many people that are not your kind of person, there will be 10 that are. And, you know, why do you need everyone to love what you do anyway? You only need a few people that you can serve to the best of your capability, and, you know, that eventually these people will become your greatest cheerleaders. These are the people who will make recommendations and share, you know, they'll become raving fans. They'll be the ones who actually say, oh, have you heard about so-and-so? She's really great. You should work with her. And that's how the momentum starts to go. So ladies, give yourself permission. It is time that we stood up and chose to be counted, you know, because my belief is that as women business owners, we have the power to change the world one person at a time. And it starts with us. The transformation has to start with us making that decision to put our gifts and talents out into the world and be seen and be heard. And when we start to create a successful business, the money comes in, and it's not just about money, but money creates transformation. It creates transformation in our own lives, in the lives of our family, and in the lives of the wider community. And in fact, just to paraphrase, the Dalai Lama said that it will be the Western woman who changes the world. And I believe through feminine entrepreneurship that we can do that, one person at a time. Okay? So the next point that I'd like to share tonight in terms of up-leveling your biz and up-leveling your life is to transform your money story. There are too many women who are broke and in just getting by mode. Thank you for the thumbs up. By the way, ladies, if you are new to these live streams, and hi Elizabeth and hi Ricky, nice to see you. If you are enjoying the content tonight, feel free to tap the hearts or the thumbs so because I can then see the little stream and see what you're thinking to what I'm saying, so that I'm not having to just speak randomly into the ether. So we were talking about transforming your money story. Hi Cindy, how you doing? It is so vitally important that women make the decision to transform their money story. And again, this comes back to if we look back at history, women have not always been financially independent. Women at one point had to, we were housewives and we had to ask our husbands for money. And, historically, we have never really been given permission to create our own wealth. And I find that so many women are keeping themselves small and stuck and struggling and not stepping into what they're meant for, because they're so hung up about charging their worth and getting it. And money beliefs are created in the same way that all beliefs are. They are just a pattern of thought that we think repetitively and embody that as our truth. And we deserve to be remunerated well, for the reason I just spoke about. When we actually step into our when we transform our money story, we have the ability to create positive change in so many different ways. However, so many women are just shrinking away from that. They are not charging their worth. They're over delivering. They're undercharging. What I also find is that, again, there's this common misconception that, if I am a newer business owner, for example, I have to charge low-level fees, for example. I have to start by charging £60 an hour. Well, this mindset, trading time for money, this is exactly what is keeping women broke and struggling. This is what's keeping women from actually elevating their business from one that's just starting out to one that is consistently generating revenue. And the mistake is leading with the low-level offers, because you cannot get your business into profitability if you're leading by selling ebooks and low-level online courses and £60 an hour sessions. You just cannot do it, because in order to create a new client, it takes quite a bit of time. If you want to enroll a new client, they need to know about you, they need to trust you, they need to understand the value of working with you. And so to build that relationship, hold on, we have a question here. What about when you first start off? In relation to what, Diane? Tell me more and I'll answer your question. So where was I? I've lost my train of thought. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. When you start out in business, okay, nobody knows about you. You have no track record, you have no, you've not worked with any clients, nobody knows about you, you're not visible, you're brand new business. However, that doesn't mean you shouldn't charge your worth. The reason being is, in the early days of business, you have to market your business a fair bit to become visible, to share your message with the world, so that people know what it is you do, who it is you serve, what kind of results you get. And once you've got that momentum going, once you start to enroll new clients, things start to, you get that momentum. Clients will recommend you, you become more visible, the word starts to get around. But the thing is, you need to spend a fair amount of time marketing in the early days. And if you are selling low-end packages and programs, you are never ever going to get out of that just starting mode, because the amount of, if you think about it, if you enroll a client for £60, okay, they may do one session, or they may just do a short course of sessions, And then once that's done, you then have to start right again from the beginning to find a new client, build that relationship with them, and then enroll them again. Okay? And that process takes so much time. Oh, here we go. Diane says, that was my question. Should you start with a lower price until you tweak it and feel comfortable? No, because in the early days, you do need to invest more time in marketing, as I was just saying. And so if most of your time is taken up being visible, so whether that's online visibility strategies like this one, or whether it's getting out speaking, or whether it's doing joint ventures, or whether it's doing workshops, or, you know, there's 1,000,001 ways to elevate your expert status when you're starting out. But with that in mind, you know, bearing in mind the fact that you do have to invest a fair bit of time to become known as an authority within your industry, in the early days, you don't have so much time to actually work with clients. And this is why so many new business owners experience that feast and famine mode, where they have a glut of clients 1 minute, okay, they enroll the clients, then they're working with the clients and they stop marketing. And then what happens when those clients come to an end? Nothing. They're broke again. And this is the cycle so many new business owners go through. So in the early stages, you need to charge more and work with fewer clients to give you that breathing space to, first of all, master your art, so that when you are working with clients, you can pour into them and really get amazingly good at what you do, because nothing is more powerful than having really delighted clients. These are the people, like I said, who are going to become your greatest cheerleaders. These are going to be the people who tell all and sundry about how amazing you are, and that's when the momentum starts. So you need to serve those clients at a deeper level. And when you're remunerated well from the get-go, it gives you that breathing space, firstly, to, you know, to cover your business overheads in one hit, to pay yourself as well, and to make a profit, which you need to be doing from the get-go. So many women don't even realize that they can have a business that's profitable from the first time they have a client. And that is how it should be if you're planning to run a successful business. If you're doing it the other way and starting with the low-level stuff, you are going to be stuck in just getting buy mode forever until you give up. This is why everywhere I look, I see women who are just stuck in that just getting by mode for so long that they just get burnt out. They become despondent and they start to think, it's me, I'm no good at this, I'm just not meant to run a business, and they go back to some full-time job that they really don't like. Diane says, staying visible is very important no matter what. And Jackie Poole, hi, nice to see you. It is, absolutely, visibility is key. So, you know, these are some of the pieces about transforming your money story. And I know for myself, I was one of these people who I was stuck in that story of, but I don't know anyone who will pay that much, and who, you know, because I couldn't afford to pay certain things back in the early days, I just assumed that everybody else would be the same. And one thing I want to get across to you ladies in terms of transforming your money story is, you know, it's true often when we start a business, we don't have much extra spare cash flow. But just because you're in lack doesn't mean that your clients are. And also, the other piece I want to get over to is, the truth is, even if you have clients who go, oh, I don't know whether I can afford that. You know, in all reality, if you're good at what you do, and if you can speak about it powerfully in a way that really resonates with your clients, money no longer becomes an issue. When they can see the value of what you're doing in terms of how you communicate about what you do, money is immaterial. you will find, let me think of another way of describing this. Okay, some of you have heard me say this before because I've seen this, some of you joining me who have worked with me and who have listened to my live streams before. So okay, so here's a very feminine example. How many of us women have bought a pair of shoes or a handbag or a dress or whatever that we know damn well that we can't afford and that we haven't got the money for really, but because we love it so much and because we really want that pair of shoes, we find the money, or we think, I'll find a way of sorting this out, or I'll juggle my finances a bit. I just want it. I need it. I want it. And so it's the same with your business. When you really can make what you do desirable and you can convey the value of that, people, your clients will be just the same. They will find the money, believe me. And this was definitely true for me. As I said at the beginning of the live stream, you know, things shifted for me in my business when my son came along. And I was in the position where I was facing a life living on benefits, which was definitely not something that I was going to accept lightly. And so I made the decision I was going to put myself in the game and change my situation, because I thought, you know what, I am a role model for my son, and that's definitely not what I want to model for him. And so I didn't have any money at that time. I was living on benefits, £62 a week, which is nothing. However, I managed to find the money. I found the money to invest in my business. I did it slowly but surely, you know, with payment plans and things like that. I sold stuff. I ate less. I made sure I cut any sort of frivolous stuff down to the bare minimum. Every penny I had went on the investment, invested into my business. And so that's true of your clients too. If they really want something, they will find the money every single time. Okay. By the way, ladies, I'm going to look through the questions at the end as well, because when I start listening to reading the questions, I go completely off on a tangent and we'll be here all night long. All right, so the next thing in terms of up-leveling your business and up-leveling your life is to focus on service and results. One of the things that I find really holds women back is that they don't show up, they don't put themselves in the game in the way that they need to in order to experience the breakthrough that they're looking for. And one of the reasons for that is because they are making it all about them. They get so stuck in their story of what if, and what if it doesn't go wrong, and what if I'm not good enough. You know, their beliefs about their ability and their beliefs about what that, you know, whatever it is they're going to do might entail, keeps them stuck where they are. And when you know, this is a mindset shift, basically. I have met women and they've shared with me that they're completely unhappy with their situation, that they need to have a breakthrough, that they're sick of not earning the money they want, that they are tired of working with clients who are not showing up or not getting results, or who are not really committed, or clients who mess them around or don't pay them their worth. And I share with them, okay, this is what you could do, and then they don't do it. And it's because they're so stuck in their story of what that thing means or what they might have to do, that they don't do anything. They just stay stuck in their story, and actually it's basically like they've wrapped themselves up in their story like it's a comfort blanket. Because whilst they tell themselves this story, which is actually just a sophisticated form of hiding, they don't actually have to put themselves out there. They don't have to do anything different. And so one of the ways to break through that is to take the focus off you and put it on the people you're meant to serve. If you really want to show up in your business and in your life and experience those transformations and start becoming the successful business owner you want to be, then focus on service, focus on results. Because, you know, here I am on social media, there's live streams aplenty with people making all sorts of promises, and if you do this, you'll earn this, or if you do that, you'll get the, you know, but how many of them are actually really honing in on their clients and nurturing their clients and pouring themselves into their clients and doing every damn thing they can to make sure their clients have the most phenomenal experience, that they go away feeling, yes, I got everything I wanted. There's a lot of empty promises out there. There's a lot. And actually what I find now is almost the old-fashioned way of doing business is the way forward. You know, we live in such a fast-moving world where it's all so, you know, immediate, where there's lots of promises and so much marketing and so much noise, and it's all so tempting and also bright and sparkly with this magic promise. But very few people are focusing on service and the outcomes and the transformations. In the old days of business, that's exactly what people used to do. And I feel like business has done it's done a full circle. All this fancy schmancy way of doing business, you know, it does work for some people, I admit. But what's really almost unique in the marketplace, once again, is the old school way of doing it, where you just really focus on getting those outcomes for your clients, because that is going to be what transforms your business. Because nothing, as I said, I keep saying the same thing, but nothing is more powerful than having clients who love you, who are ecstatic with the results that they've had. You know, this is when marketing becomes magic. It's word of mouth marketing. You know, if you're someone who doesn't love marketing, then this is what you definitely need to be stepping into, because you only need a few clients, a few happy clients who become your raving fans. Things shift very, very quickly. And also these people will work with you again and again and again and again. This means you're generating repeat and increased business. And I know in my business, you know, in the early days of my business, when I started to sort of really put myself in the game, I started to focus on that service. And I found that clients did get results, and then they worked with me again and again and again. And in the end, I ended up creating a year-long program, because I kept having to re-enroll clients over and over, and it was just easier just to have people go in one program that they stayed in for a whole year, rather than me having to re-enroll them into new stuff all the time. And so this is really important, you know, focus on service and results. If you focus on showing up and caring and actually giving a shit about people, you will find that your business shifts very quickly, because you're not making it about you. It helps you get out of that fear mode and into service. Next up is to make the decision to be the woman who is running the successful business that you want. Okay? This is major. Okay? Let me just share a story from my past. When I decided to really go for it in my business, I remember I came to that point where I was just like, I am so effing done with this struggle. I'm so exhausted. There's just no way I'm going back to do a job that I don't like. It's just a non-negotiable. So Victoria, it is now or never. You either sort your shit out or just, you know, forget it. And so I made the decision I was going to go for it. However, at the time, I was really in the struggle. I was really in lack. I hadn't got a a penny to my name. And so it was the challenge was to create success out of nothing. And I find that so many women say, but I can't because I don't have the money, and I can't because I don't have the time, or I can't because of the kids, or I can't because I'm also doing a job. And it's just rubbish. Listen, I know the deal. I'm a woman too. I'm a lone parent. Hold on. I have a notification just coming up. I'm a lone parent. And, if you allow all of these things, they're just stories. And they may be our truth, but we cannot get from where we are to where we want to be with the same mindset that we have right now. You cannot allow the stories of your current existence to decide the outcome of where you want to go. So for me, as an example, I kept saying, oh, I'm so tired. And then my brain would tell me, yes, but it's okay that you're tired. You've got a 2-year-old. You don't have any support from anyone. You're on your own. You're a lone parent. You're trying to set up your business. You're living on benefits. Of course you're tired. Lay back and relax. And I thought, F that shit. If I keep thinking from that standpoint, I will get exactly that. I'll get more of the same, because you get what you focus on. And so what I had to do was really create some discipline around my thinking. Every time I caught myself telling myself the story that didn't serve me, I had to shift that and think, right, no, this is not going to serve me. Otherwise, I'm going to create more of the same. What would the woman who is living my dream life think now? What would she do? What decisions would she make? Who would she speak to? How would she convey herself? How would she show up? How would she invest in herself? All these types of questions. And I did it repetitively over and over and over again until I shifted the stories for good. And so this is what I invite you to do. This in itself will have such a massive impact on the success of your business, but it takes discipline. It takes that. It's like bringing a horse to water. It's not always going to drink every time, but you have to just keep bringing it back, bringing it back, bringing it back. And so decide for yourself, who do you need to be in order to start living your dream life? And in order for you to have your dream business, how do you need to show up? And be very clear about that. And start making decisions and choices from that standpoint. Because if you do that on a moment by moment basis, day after day, you are going to build some serious momentum. You are going to start seeing the transformations very quickly, because, business success is as much a mindset game as it is about knowing the actual how-tos and nuts and bolts pieces. You have to think like the woman you want to be. You cannot get the outcomes you're looking for by making the same, thinking with the same mindset that you've got right here. Okay? Glad you're liking it, guys. So that's number 4. And like I said earlier, beliefs, beliefs are the things that are going to hinder you. So many women I speak to say, I'm so afraid to put myself out there. I'm afraid to be visible. If I said to someone, oh, get on a live stream, they'd be like, oh my God, I can't do it. But, a belief is just a thought that you have thought over and over and over again. It's not actually real. The things that you think are holding you back don't even exist. They're an illusion that you created in your own mind. All a belief is just a pattern of thought that you've thought so many times, you've internalized it as your truth. It's not even real. And we know that because, you look around you. How many women are doing the thing that you think you cannot do? And I know right now a lot of people are immediately going to say, well, it's all right for her. She's confident. Well, let me tell you something. Nobody is born with confidence. Confidence is about putting yourself out there. confidence is about, you know, you learn confidence. When I first started out, you know, people sort of say, oh, it's all right for you, Victoria, you're natural at these live streams and videos. Well, I wasn't. When I first did stuff like this, I used to shit myself. I used to be absolutely paralyzed with fear. But I can do it now because I've just done it so many times. And it's the same with everything. You know, it's like, you know, confident people become confident because they've just done whatever activity so many times it's become second nature. It's like driving a car. There isn't one of us that when we first, do you remember when you first started to learn to drive, when you were doing manual cars? Obviously, if you're in the States, most of you in the States have automatics, but here in the UK, we drive manual cars. And so you're doing the gear stick and all the pedals all at once and checking all the mirrors. And it feels so alien and we're just all disjointed and awkward. But what are we like now? Within 6 months of learning to drive, you're just doing it automatically. Your subconscious mind is kicked in. You're not having to think about it consciously. Your subconscious mind is doing it in the same way that our body breathes. You know, you don't have to think about breathing. Our subconscious does it for us. And this is the same with confidence. You know, confidence works in the same way as breathing and driving. In the beginning, it feels awkward and we have to think, oh, I need to do this and this and this, but everything becomes streamlined and natural once you do it for a period of time. And the final point for tonight is don't wait for one day. The biggest killer I see for women in business, the thing that is stopping them from up-leveling their business and their life, is that they are waiting for something to happen. They're waiting for their kids to grow up. They're waiting for their, you know, suddenly they sort of say, okay, well, I'll put myself in the game when my business takes off more. Or I will choose to invest in a program when I've got this or this. You know, they're waiting to have all their ducks lined up before they can actually, you know, put themselves out there. And if you are waiting, then don't, because you never know when your time is up. And there is only now. You know, the future hasn't even happened yet. And I cannot, listen, you only have one life, okay? Don't allow yourself to reach that point of death and look back and think, I didn't do any of the things that I really wanted to do. Now is the time. There is only now, okay? So those are the points for this evening. I'm going to finish up now because I've gone on way longer than I thought. So just have a recap. The first one was to give yourself permission to go for what you want. The second one was to transform your money story. The third one was to stop making it about you and focus on service and results. The fourth was make decisions from the standpoint of the woman that you want to become, or the woman that you want to be. And finally, don't wait for one day. Now, if you are a woman who is, and I'm just going to post this right now in the comments. At the beginning of this, I shared with you that this series of live streams is a sneaky peek of some of the things I'm going to be working on in my upcoming 4-part virtual workshop, which starts on the 17th of April. It is for women who are ready to go for it, who are ready to put themselves in the game, who are ready to be the woman that they want to be and make their business successful. And within this virtual workshop, I'm going to be sharing how to design, price, market and deliver lucrative VIP days and one-day coaching intensives. It's for coaches and consultants, and I'm literally going to post in the comments right now a little bit more about that. Hold on 2 seconds. Right, I've just posted it in the comments, so I hope you can see that. It should be coming up on my phone in 2 seconds. There it is. I see it now. So, yeah, this is for, as I said, it's for women who, particularly coaches and consultants, who are looking to transform their money story and really start working with their clients in a more delicious and lucrative way from that standpoint of service and from that standpoint of getting really amazing results for their clients. And it is for you if you're looking to turn your monthly income into your daily income. So this goes back to point number 1, because if you work with fewer clients at a higher level, it gives you that breathing space to really focus on elevating your brand and becoming more visible and serving other clients at a deeper level. So I posted the details there. It starts on the 17th of April, as I said, and the way I'm delivering this is via virtual workshop. Now, I hosted a live event at the end of last year, and I know a lot of you wanted to attend but couldn't because you're in different parts of the UK and around the world. And so I've basically taken that event and turned it into a 4-part virtual workshop. So we're going to go into this topic really deep. And just to give you, let me share with you exactly. I should have kept the page up. I'm going to share with you what we're going to be covering. So, come on, laptop. 2 seconds. So in each virtual workshop, we're going to start off by looking at the ABCs of crafting high impact, high end, 1-day coaching intensives and VIP days. And one thing, if you've ever worked with me before, you will know that I am someone who goes deep into a topic. This isn't fluff, this is the real deal. You're going to get all the step-by-step how-to. So that's the first virtual workshop. It's the ABCs of crafting high impact, high end 1-day intensives. We're also going to look at pricing secrets, how to confidently charge your worth and get paid handsomely for doing what you love. We're also going to look at the logistics, how to deliver a seamless day. This includes things like working with hotels, where you're going to host it, how you're going to deliver the day, how to have it be absolutely streamless and sort of a high-end experience for your clients. Also, the marketing and launch secrets, so where to find your first high-end clients. And my intention for the ladies on this virtual workshop, although it is a virtual workshop, it is not like one of these online courses, because I'm one that practices what she preaches. So my intention is to ensure that you get results with this. So I'm going to deliver the content in the form of the virtual workshops, and then you are going to have huge amounts of access to me to ensure that you are getting results in the shortest time possible. So the beauty of the VIP day and the 1-day intensive format is that it's very immediate. You can literally, once you've created your VIP day, you can be enrolling clients within days of doing so. And that is my intention for you, to go out as quickly as possible and get a return on your investment. Now, I was asking the women in my community recently about, what is it that stops you getting results in your business? And these were the two things. This one-size-fits-all approach to these courses where, it doesn't actually apply to their business. And the other piece was that they don't actually have access to anyone to say, hey, how does this work for my kind of business? Or this is, not enough feedback on the way the content integrates with their kind of business. Now, you are not going to have that problem with this. My intention is to have you guys be my cheerleaders. So I want you to be super happy and getting amazing results. I want you to be enrolling clients, high-end clients quickly, and turning your monthly income into your daily income. So that I'm going to be available for you guys on a day-by-day basis. You can check in with me and ask me anything you like. I'm going to be hosting regular live streams, taking your questions and answers. The other thing that I'm known for is creating a lot of done for you elements. So that's, lots of checklists and scripts and done for you templates. I do as much of it for you so that you can literally use many of the materials that I use in my own business for your own business, to speed up the implementation process. So that's all I'm going to say about it for now. As you will see, I've put the details in the comments below with a link there through to a page. Now, one thing I will say, the investment for this program is just £300, which is ridiculous. However, yes, £300 full pay, and there's a two pay option of 2 installments of £180 as well. Now, one thing I will say to you, if you are interested in this virtual workshop, then I must forewarn you that the investment will be going up by £100 every week between now and the start date, which will be on the 17th of April. Okay, so if it's something that interests you, jump on that quickly and save yourself some spondulics, as they say. So that is it for now in terms of that. If you do have any questions about this, or if you'd like to speak to me personally about whether this is a fit for you, then feel free to DM me and we'll set up a time. Oh, hold on. There we go. If you obviously you can go to that page. The link is in the comments below. You can find out more there. But if you do have any questions about the program, whether it's the right fit for you, then I'm more than happy to have a chat with you about it. Just send me a quick DM and we'll set up a time to speak. All right, so let's have a little look at your comments here. Oh my goodness, I don't think they're all going to show on there, and my phone is in the wrong direction here to be looking at all your comments. Oh my goodness, there's so many. I might have to turn my light down. I'm looking a bit washed out there. Now I'm a bit close. I look like I'm just a white massive face. Okay, so let's have a little looky here, see what you're all saying. Hi Sue, we've had Catherine, Jackie, hello, all the old familiar faces. Emma Sinclair, hi Emma. Ricky, nice to see you. Elizabeth, Cindy. Actually, Cindy joined me at the live version of this. So Cindy, if you want to share your thoughts on the day, although Cindy did arrive late because she got stuck in traffic, but she's actually been part of this content, this virtual workshop, but in a live format. So just going through the questions here. I've answered that one. Staying visible is very important no matter what. Absolutely. In terms of visibility, one of the things I would say to all of you ladies is, what are you doing on a day-by-day basis to be visible? Because that's what it takes to be successful in your business. You're not always going to be enrolling clients every single day, but you need to put the groundwork in on a day-by-day basis. When you hear of people who do a launch or release a new program and they just fill it in moments, it's because they've always been visible. People already know them, they already like them, they already trust them. And so when they do release something, they immediately fill it. So my question to you would be, what are you doing to be visible on a day-by-day basis? Okay, so that's a good point there, Diane. This is great, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hi, Renata, how you going? Tammy, can your belly button level up? That's a funny comment. Aloha, everyone. Hi, Alexander. Georgia. Hiya, Georgia. Tammy. Someone's having a laugh about... about my belly button, and actually it is an innie belly button. Okay, there's some interesting comments here. Lynn, hello Lynn, I've not seen you for ages. Thoughts come and go, sometimes it's real. Next time I might put my phone round the other way, it's so much easier to look at the comments. Sometimes it's good to be confident, and others to not like it when you're confident. They get upset by it. It's a shame, absolutely. People just love to pass me when I have a new car and I have to ignore it. It's time to turn the other cheek and put your head up high and always be confident in yourself and not worry. Absolutely. Listen, if you can't do it for yourself, you're never going to be able to, you're never going to be able to do it. Right, I have learned now since I've been a BA degree. Yeah, Tammy's still going on about the belly button. And that, I think, is it. All right. Okay, ladies, I see most of you are... Cindy says, I gained so much on your live group coaching, Victoria, on the interactive day. Good. I'm glad you did. Perfect. All right then, ladies, I am going to sign off now because it's getting rather late here in the UK. I will be live streaming again in the next few days with this second part of my series. So thanks for listening in, and if any of you are listening into the replay, then do feel free to share your comments and questions below, and I will endeavour to answer them on the next live stream. So that is it from me for now. I'll catch you very soon. This is Victoria Player signing out. Bye for now.